Joining us as a guest, our co-host right now is a psychotherapist, transformational speaker, and an advocate for emotional well-being with over 15 years of experience in psychotherapy and a dynamic background spanning education, human resources, and media. She's leading the charge in reshaping conversations around mental health. Welcome with us, Mary Bertha Okon in the building. Good to have you on the show.
Thank
you look amazing. Like, you look so expensive right now. I'm thinking to myself, oh my Lord. But good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you can join the conversation 020-1635-2013, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts. So you're joining us on this conversation. There's a gist we saw that was really interesting. A guy, a very handsome man, was saying that he doesn't date broke women. He wants their money, but because he believes that broke women make poor choices and they're not resourceful. He'll be a provider. He decides, yes, he'll be a provider, but only to a woman who is able to somewhat meet him at the same level. Now, some have argued and said that because you're a broke woman doesn't mean that you're not resourceful. You know, it's unfair to put women who don't have money in that kind of bucket. Is it fair? Others have said that, well, he's saying his own preference. But a lot of men today are looking for made women. Nobody wants to help a woman. Because back then, a woman was looking for a man who was already made. But now, men are even looking for women who are equally made. And does that even make sense anymore? Nima, let me start with you before I come to our guest.
Okay, so I understand him a lot because I felt he put his opinion in proper context so that broke women don't say that they have demeaned them or rich women don't say that they have upgraded them. But I think what he meant by saying resourceful is that you know already what to do with money. Because if you're extremely broke, you're looking for basic needs. Young girls, the olden days mentalities that were looking for a Prince Charming is supposed to bring all the wealth. Handsome meant he was rich, you know, and so if you did not reach, you can't, what would you do with somebody that is broke? And so a lot of girls just thought if he gives me an iPhone, a nice dress, a vacation, he's perfect. You know, whether he steals the money, and there are a lot of girls in that category right now. I'm dealing with a young girl, and I always look at the association. She's in this hair making business. But every time you pump money in her business, it just goes down. Because what she thinks money is for is to become the madam of the family, even though she doesn't know how to make money turn around or turn it over. So she carries herself, carries her mom, her step siblings, her grandma, carries everybody at that young age. And the business where they're supposed to generate the money is empty. So you know, an average in December is season for hairdressers, and you have their extensions and all of that, full cabinet. And then you see everybody do that, and then she's just looking. So I always ask her, the other woman just down the street makes hair as well, started just like, in fact, better, worse than you. She started by learning the entire ropes of the business because she finished her apprenticeship. And then when she started with just a small stool. I used to go there and I would ask her if she could come and make my hair indoors before I locked my hair. And she would come, and that was how she grew her business. And now she has a wide shop, but she's always managed that business. She's always known where the next growth was. And so she's different. So it's just basic resourcefulness compared to...
Let me put it in that context before I come to you, Miriam. My concern, because the fact that young men of today are looking for women who are already doing well is done somewhat in secrecy. There's a pretense of, I'm not looking for you, I don't like her because she's wealthy. We know, but we don't say it out there. Because we know a lot of these guys are looking for girls who are well done, but we pretend as if, they are still coming up as a provider. But what this guy is doing is giving that stamp of okay, that now we are looking for women who are made. Because you are looking for, do you get my point? Because by saying this, you're empowering the young man. Say, yeah, I want a made woman. And before, it wasn't like that. It was like, you pretend like you don't know she has money. You don't pretend you don't even know what her money. But you like that she has money, but you act as if you're still the provider. But now you're putting it out there. And you're giving men the inkling that it's okay to only look for good made women. Is that even right at all? Miriam?
I don't think that's what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah, for me...
Talk about the effect of it, but go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so I don't think that's what he's saying. And for me, I think also what he has said is even makes the case for a lot of women who say they cannot be with broke men. And for me, he's just making a case for being with broke people generally, whether man looking for a wife or a wife looking for a husband. And I like how he put it. He says for him, being broke just shows for him it's symptomatic of someone who's made poor choices, who doesn't understand how the real world works, and who has weak discipline. And I know that there are many circumstances, that can affect someone and then they become broke. But we also know, and I believe that one of the strongest things that affect someone's financial status is also the choices that they have made. It's also how they handle resources. And for many people, when you sit down with them and talk about, their finances, you see that they made poor choices. One, they've been lazy. They have not really pursued something and seen it to the end, So that would be a reason why many people are broke. But, he also says he is not looking for their money. Do you understand? So that's why I said, I don't think that's what he says. He says, I'm not saying this because I want their money. I'm just saying this because for me, it shows that there are some character traits, that you have that will make it, that shows me that, you are meant for me. It's not really about the money. It's not saying that you need to be a billionaire or a millionaire. You don't need to have the biggest cars. But do you have some character traits that shows me that you understand how the world works? And it's okay for him to say that, really. And that's for me when women also say to some men, if you're not in that particular tax bracket, don't come for me because there are bills to be paid. In fact, I found something online very interesting. Someone had tweeted at Copy, as we know, Tedola's daughter, and was saying, Tio, I don't have money, but you see, I will treat you like the queen that you are. And she responded, oh, nice thought, but bills need to be paid or something like that. Yeah. Did you understand? So there is the reality of how the world works. And do you have the character traits to go into the world and be that sort of person? I think that is what he's saying. The going for women that have money, for me, that's a scam. And women also do that go for men that have money. It's not about their character. It's not about being, helping. It's just about looking for women, you are there just looking out for people who have money, however they have the money, whether the money drops on them or if they are scammers or if they are fraudsters, it does not matter. This person has money, I need to find a way to get in. That's a whole different thing, I think, believe from what this guy is saying.
Let me come to Mary. What are your thoughts on this? You've had a few perspectives already.
I think I want to agree with the last comment you made. If you date someone that is resourceful, that is not rich, but they're working, they're chasing the bag, they have a career, there's a sense of you grow, you mature, you have financial intelligence, you have a bit, you learn along the line of acquisition. And so that aside, I believe as well that he may have had past experiences that is making him speak like that. Okay. Something must have happened in the past. Some girl must have chopped his money, couldn't afford it, or dated outside of his brackets, cash brackets, and he's now burnt, he's pained, and he's letting it out. And then I think there's another one that men generally are scared nowadays to date liabilities. Women, I think, this generation are looking like liabilities to date.
You think?
Everyone is looking out the statement of, if you're broke, if you don't have a car, if you don't have an apartment, I'm not dating you. Social media are making it worse. So if you can't give me all of these things, 1, 2, 3, the car, the weekly allowances, I don't remember growing up being given allowance dating someone. Like, I'm not that old. And yet, now it's like, if you're not giving me transportation, I'm not coming to your house. If you're not paying for my transport going back home, I'm not coming. Pay for my makeup because I'm coming to date you. You have to pay for my dress. Hold up. Am I paying to date you, or do we like ourselves? Likeness or wanting to know someone has been taken out of context completely. It's becoming transactional.
Exactly.
So dating now is transactional. So from what he's saying,
friendships are transactional.
you know,
Family gun is transactional.
Because, I was going to come to that because when you, I hear what you're saying, but when you get to a certain age, and I'll come to YK here, when you get to a certain age and you look back and you think to yourself, really, this entire life is transactional. And is now what kind of transaction did you accept? Because some people allow themselves such that, you know, you're with a man or you're with a woman for the wrong reasons and you stayed. Others were transactional from the beginning. They got what they wanted and they're happy for it today. They didn't put any emotions. They were not trying to be, oh, hey, he's from this, so I just like, no. I'm there because you have money. Provide the money and I'll provide the nurturing for our children and we're good. And they're in their 70s and their 80s and they're happy. It was transactional from the start. No, they were no, so my question is, maybe transactional is good. Maybe we are looking at transaction in a different light. If we look at it in a different light where it makes you more objective and we are clear from the get-go. YK, let me come to you on this matter. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But where I'm confused with what he's saying is, what about if you meet a girl fresh out of university? Where do you want her to? I mean, she has potential.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean because she doesn't have that money right now. It's the same thing with a man. If you meet a man who has just come out of university, he has potential. He doesn't have to have money. But so I think when he's saying he doesn't date broke women, maybe he has not. Maybe he's dating older women. I don't understand. I really don't understand because he's
not being fair.
Let's look at him. He looks like he's in his 30s, right? And maybe he dates his age mates and he feels like, well, we've been out of the university minimum 10 years. And in the 10 years, what have you done with your life? You know, so you can understand that. But if a man is looking to marry someone much younger, in fact, at least with Nigerian men, if they're marrying much younger, they come to you with the, I want to take care of you. I want to, you know, achalugo, I want to take care of you. Do you understand? So his mindset is not that I don't date broke girl. I'm looking for a nice, beautiful young lady that can be my pet. If I'm traveling the world, she comes with me, you know, and that sort of thing. But then you have another man in his 30s, he's looking for a woman who is maybe a year or 2 years younger than he is or older than he is, and he's looking for a connection.
But Miriam, the thing is, broke is relative.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, you can have money to eat and maybe buy yourself a car or whatever, but you don't have money to travel around the world. Does that make you broke?
Auntie Amy, I have seen girls who's basic. They don't have anything. Is that I want to change my hair. They are broke and they want, you know, a resourceful person will say, oh, at this stage of my life, the person that has potential, I can't afford the long hair, the what they call that
Brazilian hair,
straights, bone straights.
Okay,
I can't afford the bone straight, but you know, I'm okay with my Didi. And I'm looking for, you know, something that will give me some form of financial independence. And that's my priority right now. So she doesn't have to have a billion bank account.
Yes.
But you can spot it. But if the girl is every day, you have not taken me out.
Okay, I get that.
That kind of category. So that group of girls, you know, just as you said, broke girls. Then, you know, when you mentioned the one that wants to just spoil you. Even in the Achalugo movie itself, the guy had money, wanted to spoil the girl, but he didn't want to spoil the ones that were waiting for the ones that had nothing to think. But when they finish watching those romantic sitcoms, they'll just come, can you sub for me?
Okay.
You know those kind of rubbish words.
Yes.
Subscribe, data, basic data, and you are calling someone.
There's a point you made now that reminds me of whether parents are failing in their responsibilities. Culturally, girls now are being seen as liabilities now, this generation. Now, if as a parent, I'm trying to make ends meet, giving my child the basic needs to care for herself, to buy the basic wig, do their hair, would she have to go looking for someone to do that for her? Now, if I do that as a parent or parents were doing that, and you are doing that, she's doing it, the next father is doing that, that would literally remove that pressure of trying to financially cater for somebody else. Let's just meet, get to know ourselves for who we are. We take ourselves out of Nigeria. Let's leave Nigeria, the shores of Nigeria, and you move out. People date to get to know you.
Yeah.
I want to get to know you for who you are. What joys, what makes you happy? What kind of excitements, trips can I go on with you? I'm bringing my resources, you're bringing yours. We're having fun.
Yeah.
We are here struggling, pay my Uber to come and see you. My hair is messy, it needs to be done. Where are your parents?
In this conversation,
let me go.
Where are your parents?
Short break.
Why didn't you sell things when you're going to school? Kids are selling cupcakes or trying to be resourceful. Little kids at 13, 14 are doing things at home. Why aren't you selling braid? Make the braid wig at home. Go sell it in school.
Thank you.
Be cooking little packs of something from your dorm. Be selling it on campus. Why do you think you have to rely on a man to do that?
Let me pause you for a second. I'm going to very short break. When we come back, we'll take this on different angles. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.